this shouldn't be able to exist, and we're talking about the True Gear suit. It's the most inexpensive true haptic suit on the market today, able to give you haptic feedbacks and even muscle stimulation, taking control of your muscles to give you full gun recoil and much more, and also the cheapest way to get hurt in VR. Some people like it, I won't judge. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a real big fan usually of haptic suits. Sorry for the mess over here. I think I'm stepping on a Pimax. I actually have the B haptics from like a while, but as you can see, it's real dusty. I always found it to be kind of a big effort to actually play with those, to actually prepare everything to get in a play session, and also vibrational and one-cutted most of the time. I mean, it's fine for regular controllers, but we're talking about VR, we're talking about immersion, so don't we need more? Can this solve all its problems? Well, let's discover it together in this video. Let's get into it. So let's open this box, shall we? Everything here is very straightforward because in the box you're gonna find, of course, your suit directly with all its vibration motors. I really love the Iron Man aesthetic of this thing. And by the way, the front here actually holds all the power with a 10,000 mAh battery inside. So yeah, it's not just a cool LED. In the box, we're also gonna find the two straps for the arm haptics, the two little dongles that are gonna give the electric muscle stimulations. They're actually gonna attach magnetically with these two proprietary pins to the strap and to the suit. We're gonna see more about it later. A little bottle for water and a USB Bluetooth 5.3 dongle. There's also some instructions and two cables to connect everything in case you need to charge it. And yeah, that's about it. But hey, what is this? How does it work? This has 40 different and independently programmable vibration motors arranged on the front and on the back of the suit. These motors are very similar to the one that we have on our console controllers, for example. That means that it will vibrate and give you feedback when you get shot, get touched, or anything like that, independently and completely programmable, because the software will have control over which one or which array of them to use each time for each behavior of the game. You get shot on the belly, you will feel it over there. You get backstab, you will feel it in the back, of course. And in addition to that, there are also two EMS modules for your arms. These little things over here. As this will use electrical stimulation to actually stimulate your muscles, of course, and create a contraction directly. As they say, enhancing the authenticity of physical perception. Translated, they can hurt. This technology is very similar to what we saw in a more expensive and bigger suit like the Tesla suit, for example, or the OWO. But while I was a bit spooked by those because, you know, if you have a faulty system or something, you can get zapped completely. This works just on your bicep. They're pretty small and portable, so yeah, no risk involved. But weirdly enough, they still have the ability to actually contract your muscles if put in the right way. So when you shoot the gun, you will actually not just feel the recoil, but actually do the same movement of the recoil. Not through a vibration, but actually contracting your muscles. So yeah, it's kind of spooky. These two little things, by the way, will charge on the suit directly like this. So when not in use, and by the way, you can still use the suit without them, they're gonna be over here charging. And if you wanna use them, of course, you can attach it to your arms. As you might have noticed in the box, there was also this little bottle to actually put some water in it, because the electrical stimulation thing, it's very particular. It's very vital to have the right contact with your skin when using it, because if not, you're gonna get a tingle sensation that is actually kind of hurting, to be honest, but that just means that they're not wearing them in the right way, because if we're in the right way, in the right position, and if you're like me, that you have a very thick skin, you're gonna have probably to spray some water on it, so to have a more even contact with your muscle area. At the point, they're not gonna hurt. So yeah, if you put them in the right way, they're just gonna move your arm, giving you a little spasm. Creepy, but effective. Luckily, they explain everything in the software, so let's take a look at it. Because to use it, you're gonna need the True Gear software to install it in your PC, because yes, this will work right now just on PC VR. There's no support yet for standalone software, so yeah, PC is needed, and it will work with a list of over 50 games that you can check on their website. Going through the list, you can install their mods needed for the suit to actually work, and then you just click on play and you're ready to go. I have to say that the setup was pretty flawless. You turn it on with the Iron Man button. By the way, this, as we said, holds a 10,000 mAh battery that you can even use to juice up your headset if you need to, and by itself has a battery life for around 12 hours. You pair it via Bluetooth, also thanks to the dongle, and that's it. But let's play some games, shall we? Because with my time with it, I was very impressed. I actually tried different games that I've installed on my PC. One of those, and one of the first was Into the Radius 2, and that was a great experience because it's a very spooky scenario, and also when you're low on health, well, you kind of start to feel your heart beating. It really enhanced the immersion. Also, the recoil was very good playing that game as well. Okay. And it's nice to notice that if you shoot with just one arm, of course, just then one arm is gonna give you the spasm. If you shoot with both hands, well, both, they're gonna give you that feedback. And that's a very nice touch. So there's a very good awareness of what's happening in the game. I of course had to try Pistol Whip because that's just a fun game to play. Yeah, the situation there was very similar indeed, with the recoil giving you actually recoil. And luckily enough, when you were getting hit, you didn't have a very strong sensation on the arms, but just on the chest, in the point where you got hit. So that was completely fine and fun without any scared of being hit or, you know, losing the song. Just to try, because I saw the support for Assetto Corsa Competizione, I actually tried as well with the simulator, and I have to say that the experience was very particular because it was giving you information about like speed and about the braking and you know, the G-force when turning left or right. So yeah, there was vibration going on everywhere. Maybe a bit much, but the cool thing, again, you can tune everything in the software to take off. Like, for example, the speed thing that is completely not needed when it comes to making your driving better. It's nice to have the option anyway. Also, in that case, wasn't the most comfortable because the little motors on the back was actually digging in my back in the chair. So yeah, it's something that is better while standing. Where it was very spooky, it was actually in Arizona Sunshine. I feel like the profile there was a bit extreme because it was completely fine shooting the gun, we were getting the recoil, but the moment that zombies were actually starting to bite me, well, that got very out of hand, as the feedback there was very strong, not just for the body but also for the arm, where the spasm was just keep going. And yeah, to be honest, was a bit much. I actually got in the game even more because I didn't want those things to actually get close to me, so I was doing anything to actually avoid it. So yeah, it got much scarier in a second. I mean, if you think about it, in Souls games, well, you don't want to die because you're gonna lose everything. So the incentive in VR, where everything is about immersion, is, you know, it will hurt. And trust me, you'll try to die much less. I mean, that you die gets quite literal. By the way, taking in and out is super easy. You have these latches. You can actually make it shorter over here if you want everything to sit a bit higher. And it's pretty fast to get in games. If I can give some feedback, I hope they're gonna keep adding games to the list, because for sure it's needed, as 50 games right now feels a bit limited. And it will be awesome to actually have a 5 years connection like it happens in some mice for better stability and range. Also, having a gel instead of spraying water will actually make the setup faster. But yeah, overall, weirdly enough, I had fun. But yeah, this is the true gear suit. It's actually $250, and I think that is crazy for this price to get something that already has EMS in there. And in a way, there's actually not too much, so it doesn't overdo it. It doesn't feel scary. Of course, you can actually get hurt as well if you exaggerate a bit, so be careful and wear it in the right way. Start always slow and then start to go up. But I feel like when you have just the right simulation, is actually a very good thing for immersion, and yeah, quite fun. But anyway, guys, this is the True Gear suit from True Gear. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Do you think like the electric stimulation thing is a thing that everyone needs, or is just a novelty? And yeah, would you actually use it? Would you actually want to have an incentive to don't die in games? Let me know in the comments below, and as always guys, if you liked the video, like, if you didn't like the video, dislike, subscribe to the channel for more VR tech. If you love the channel, join button on there. Don't further, also the Patreon. Thanks to all the patrons and join the channel, of course. See you guys next video. Thanks for watching. Ciao.